Hello, and welcome to another RANGROO cast with me, RANGROO, and today we are doing a 1v1 on hell in a very small place. So, on the right hand side in blue, playing as blue 4, we got Nrader. And on the left hand side in red, playing as red 4, we got #Euro Ender Gijon, or I'm just going to call him Ender. So as usual, I'll speed things up and get things going, and I'm going to guess there isn't really going to be any crazy offensive playing to Bravo. Both sides probably going to ignore it. If they do prove me wrong, I'll be kind of happy. But usually this map, blue rushes into go to try to take his place, red tries to take Foxtrot a bit, at least get this hill. I mean, the opening map moves on this map can be rather important, especially blue, because if they do manage to capture this town and set up in this forest, very hard to take for the rest of the match. And away we go. A lot of infantry guys going into Foxtrot, nothing into Bravo. What an absolute surprise. And that's a lot of tanks, really. Sopels, T-72M runs, and a Snetska taking point of infantry guys. Got a nice little convoy going on, and they are just pushing through. Nothing's going to be stopping that convoy. Ain't she a beautiful sight? And Blue 4 not completely rushing onto the top hand point. I mean, you got Commando Paras kind of inching their way on foot into the town. They could have really used a transport to get in there sooner, but Ender isn't going to be holding any opposition because he is just rushing through the bottom hand side. Got BMP2s moving up. They've got Nrader coming in to intercept just a shout. He's going to be taking some autocannon fire, an AA fire from the Sopel. Probably going to get shot down. Yeah. Now managing to escape. Oh, almost. Sopel getting a lucky shot off in the Jaegers. Defending the air ground. And this is a rather good offensive push, but it's really going to be down to if Ender can get into Charlie. Because if he can get into Charlie and neutralise it, that is a +2 sector. Royal Nrader is moving up top. Man's got to come out of powers in the town. No real oppression whatsoever. Just got a nice little clump here. Defending Echo and gauge him. I want to get a CV onto here soon, but I guess he just spent all his money on the Charlie offensive. He is a little bit tight for money. And there's a lot of these Mortar Strikelies there, and he really does need to move him up. I really should introduce Ender is probably playing an Eastern Bloc deck, while Nrader is playing a Europe Corps deck, so rather meta stuff. Forgot to mention that earlier, I do apologise. Nrader is moving along the flank using his Panzer Grenadiers to screen ahead. And doing a very good job trying to take the pressure off on his bottom by attacking up top. And of course both sides completely ignoring Bravo. There is a rather good reason to ignore Bravo because it is isolated from the rest of the map due to its river. So if you do send a bunch of stuff in here, and you know the enemy doesn't respond back, you kind of just wasted a bunch of points in this isolated sector instead of moving them into go full Foxtrot. But I always think it's a good idea even just to send one infantry squad, or heck, just one M113 into the area just to see what's going on. Because it is completely empty. That's an easy +1 for you. And not really moving up his Mortar Strikelies anymore, just kind of keeping them on the left hand side of Istanbul Lake, really dividing him from here to the air. And oh, he really could make quite a good offensive into Charlie. It's hardly anything here, just his infantry guys. And that one lone Panther has already used half his rockets. I mean, if he were to move all these guys up, he could definitely take Charlie. You know, he doesn't see what Reese sees, so he has to benefit down. Almost directly, T-72's going at it. Panda Grenadiers and KP6 and Kyler. The Kyler does get killed, and the T-72 going to be doing open range shooting onto the Panda Grenadiers, and the MI-24 also doing the same thing. And I like to talk really, really fast sometimes. And the Mortal Strictly, the Czechoslovakian version, going out to the Panda Grenadiers. They're a little bit outgunned against Panda Grens. And that plane gets shot down. If you have a CV on the Echo, it's definitely a good thing for Ender. I mean, Ender could probably try and take the top outside. Only really commando power here, and the Kyler. I mean, it's more distractly. He's definitely going to be able to cross into the field easy peasy like. Definitely Kyler, definitely cause a little bit of hassle. Moto Strictly. Yeah, because of the Panda Grenadier reinforcements in the Kyler. They're going to get pushed back. And a lot of so yeah, it didn't really pan out all that well. He really could have gone to Charlie during the early phases of the match, but he just held on to the little forest area. And from here, it's very hard to move up because you have to flank around top or below. This does expose you a little bit. But Ender has set up a little defensive line in the bottom Foxtrot area. So let's see how that will go. We've got the Gazelle cannon flanking around top. And a little bit of skirmish in play, yeah, from Nrader, moving some guys into the middle forest. Flanking around top of the forest are definitely the best idea, because all of Euro's stuff is in the bottom and all the way in the far left on the mountain. Ender managed to get some infantry into Goof. And this is really passive, nothing really too crazy. Just movements and reinforcements. Got some infantry being brought up into Bravo. The LSCR 40s, and they're going to be able to easily capture the point. More reinforcements chopped up as Ender slowly moves through. And Ender does have some points to catch up onto. Super Retina doing a rocket or missile run. And it does seem like Nrader's going to be able to maybe push out the infantry. I mean, so I have the Nrader down here, it's definitely going to be a pain, because if anything crosses across the open field, you know, I'm going to get shot by a heavy tank. Then they've got the Cassiopeas and the Jaegers flanking around top, trying to keep out of range from the Nrader, especially the town blocking range, should be rather safe. We've got Salamandra spotting stuff, and this is a rather good reconnaissance helicopter. It does have those Coke and M missiles. It does make it like a crappy longbow. Strong 2 getting the kill, and they've got Sokals flanking on top, killing the Tigra. And now, like I said, pretty bloody passive. I mean, Foxtrot's rather right for the taking for either side. I mean, the actual sector. Either side could put a CV in there. Here we got Ender flanking around top, trying to move down to the forest, but more than 2 holding its ground. That 50mm autocannon, a very scary thing to go up against. I mean, I believe it does like a... yeah, there's 1.5 HE, which is better. And your standard standard autocannon. I believe it's probably one of the only like autocannons in game to do 1.5. I mean, there's not really miniguns in general that do a 1.5 or 0.5, except for infantry machine guns. They do 0.5. And got the Jaegers moving up here. They are just going to get racked array by the heavy tanks. Nrader taking that ATGM hit like a tank. And more reinforcements. Snatchka and ASU, BMP2s. We've got CV being snuck up into Foxtrot, allowing Nrader to get the slow but sure plus 1 point advantage. Your Ender does have Bravo caps, so it does have his Formosas and LSCR, so holding the point. Definitely a good little defensive location there. Especially the LSCR, so they can shoot any helicopters out there move around this area. And they're pretty damn good at shooting down helicopters. And here we go, a rather big push here from Ender. Tanks and infantry galore, using the forest as their cover, and room for that heavy tank advance. They did a rather good job. Nrader just gets shot after shot. Forcing the Flag Panzer to move back, but the Tigra had coming in trying to defend. Only has 2 Hot 2 missiles left. And you got Fab Mosquitoes. I don't see these guys all too often. I believe this is a standard vehicle there. 40.8 ATGM guy. Nothing really too crazy. I mean, it only has 40. What's the accuracy? Oh, 50% accuracy, which is, yeah, not too bad. Tornado run DS doing a bombing run. It's going to intercept the button and make 29. And it seems like Ender's going to be pulling away from his push after taking a lot of rocket fire and ATGM fire. Nrader does get killed. The hand using its last hop too effectively. And Nrader, all he has to do is hold on to his areas. And he'll pretty much win its match. I mean, pretty much a 200 point advantage. He has a lot of breathing room. Watch his back here. Man to get some commando powers to sneak around. I guess he ran around bottom out side again a gazelle cannon just in case. And he could easily kill the CV and Alpha. And killing the CV and Alpha will be a big blow to Euro, because this is the only reinforcement point. So if he does kill it, and force to get one of his CVs all the way back, meaning that'll be a +2 point advantage for a little bit. And also stop an enemy reinforcements. Here we go, sneakily moving the powers, forest to forest. The push from Euro, trying to make his way through the top half side. The 8 is not holding on to yet little lakeside forest. These commando powers getting close. Now it's going to be down to if they can cross the road without getting spotted and nothing gets spawned. And in they go. They do manage to cross. SPW-80 is being brought up. They do have the machine guns off. And they are going to be able to get in close. Get the rocket shot, and away they go with commando powers. It's doing their job. And that's going to be a scary blow, yeah. To Euro. Going to be forcing to probably bring back his... Oh! The Bravo CV he can't bring back because it's infantry and he moved to transporter right down here. So he's going to use the +2 Echo CV to capture it. It's a little bit closer, you know, at the same time. That was a +2 point. Yeah, it's now empty. And now moving his UAZ back into Echo. Again, the MIA to try and land. The LSCR is going to be dealing with commando powers. The MI8 get some street revenge. And then Nrader doing a shot of his own into Foxtrot, clearing through the forest. And this is rather shame because we've got all these good attack units down there. A lot of T-72s, AA and whatnot. And they're just kind of doing nothing. I mean, there's nothing here to contest. There's some infantry guys. If they're going to move these guys up top into Foxtrot, trying to do a bit of offensive play here. and flank around, they could go rather well. But right now, all these guys are just sitting and idle. And we've got on Darvas being brought up. Some heavy artillery. We've got Command OC sneaking around to flank. It's a little bit harder for Command OC to get a CV snipe because they do have to cross this bridge and you're rather exposed. They could maybe snipe the CV and go. As you already taken autocannon fire as they do. Just kind of sit, yeah, that's going to be warning Nrader to get some more anti-infantry guys, helicopters up top. Artillery, firing artillery. SU-24 MP, getting shot down. More artillery coming in. Now we've got CV and Foxtrot allowing Nrader to get a nice little plus run. You know, 8 minutes on a plus run and another CV being brought up. He's not going to be really gaining any major point advantage, yeah. And also it does seem like Nrader does have this in the bag. Let's just speed this up a bit more. We got some diners and the Conqueror M moving up and the Clerk managing to get some good hits here. At close range, it does get killed by the diner. I think it might have been a side shot, maybe. Yeah, it might actually count as a side shot. And we got Scott 2 AMs just getting completely wrecked. The Gazelle cannons doing their job, being the beacon that they need to be. All for measly 30 points. MP getting shot down. And we got T-72 moving up in the Foxtrot, trying to neutralise a point. Trying to stop that point advantage from Nrader, but a little bit too late. Artillery being brought up into Foxtrot, trying to hit the command infantry. And still, all these guys down here just doing nothing. Ugh. And there we go, finally doing one last ditch effort, last couple seconds. And that will be a good game. Nrader taking a victory, even though he did have a negative kill advantage, by roughly 200, 300 odd points. Or, yeah, like 305 points. But yeah, it was a rather good match from both sides. Both sides ignoring Bravo as usual. And Euro, yeah, his early offense just could have gone so much better. He had advantage for such a long time, but he just settled right here. He didn't take any more ground, but he easily could have taken that Charlie sector and gained a very nice +2. But he just kind of laid back a bit, held on the Foxtrot, managed to hold on to Bravo rather easily. You know, he was contesting Gulf back and forth. And honestly, Nrader just slowly got that +1 point advantage. Good job with the CV snipe, with the commando powers. And yeah, if Euro just maybe uses tanks a bit more effectively, and especially that big group of tanks just down in bottom doing nothing, he could have gone a little bit better. He just needed to be a bit more aggressive, because he did have the tank advantage for the majority of that match. And well, I'm going to leave it at that. This has been another RANGROO cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.